using pressure after a command, so whether it be with a shock collar or leash pressure, or whether you're integrating both, can be problematic and cause a lot of issues. So basically, it becomes very clear once you understand the basic principles of classical conditioning. So basically, dogs learn meanings to words and stimulus via their association with them. So, for example, if I say the word yes, and then I give my dog a piece of food, the dog over time will associate the yes with getting a piece of food, and over time the mere word yes will cause my dog to salivate, even if I don't have any food on me. So what happens is, let's say you're telling a dog to sit and the dog's not sitting or being slow about it, then you lift up on the leash. If you do that enough times, what's going to happen is the dog is going to associate the command sit with you lifting up on the leash, and then it's going to poison the command. So you see the dogs that go through the old school 1980s compulsion stuff, and they're told a command and then they clam up and then they hammer the dog with pressure. Then you have a dog that clams up in response to obedience at worst, or at best is very suppressed in the obedience. But if you do the opposite, if you make pressure first, then give the command, you're completely switching the association inside out. So, if I lift up on the leash and then I say to my dog, sit, and the dog's butt touches the ground and I immediately release the pressure and then I mark and reward, I'm creating a dual positive association with the command. One, the first positive association with the command is that the pressure stops. The second positive association with the command is that they get a treat. So I'm stacking negative and positive reinforcement together. And over time, what I can do is I can dial up the pressure and I can dial up the value of the reward. So basically, through graduated pressure and dialing up the value of the reward as I increase the pressure, what I'm creating is a dog that's very active in the obedience and very active in response to pressure. When I tell my dog to come, I don't want her to be all mopey and down in the dumps about it. I want her to be happy in it. I want her to be active in it. It's just not good to have a dog that's shut down and in avoidance during obedience. So again, what will I do? This is where the shock collar comes in. What I do is I start with a long line, and then I make pressure with the shock collar on a barely perceptible level, and then I combine that with the leash pressure, and then I call my dog. And the moment the dog turns to come towards me, I immediately release the pressure and then I begin praising the dog. And then once the dog comes to me, I mark and reward. And that's basically the beginning stages of shock collar training. But if I was to call my dog, she wasn't to come, and I was to make pressure with the shock collar or leash pressure afterwards, and I was to do that enough times, again, over time the command would become poisoned. And that would not be good. I saw this video of a woman, very heavy-handed escape avoidance training, was training a German Shepherd, and she was calling the dog and nailing them with the e-collar, or the shock collar rather. And the dog was running away, and the dog was shut down, and the dog was trying to escape the situation. This is the problem of when you don't use graduated pressure combined with backwards conditioning. you create a dog that the obedience is completely poison to them, and a dog that has a negative association with the obedience. Fortunately, she does not suffer with that problem. She's a dog that's very active in the obedience, and in fact, she was having a hell of a time this morning with her ball on a rope. So yeah, be careful of the kind of people that you follow for dog training, or else your dog could end up suffering. That's all I have to say. Have a nice day.